What's up, guys? Welcome to Sophreakingood, and today we are making plantain waffles. They're grain-free, they're gluten-free, it's just a handful of ingredients, and they're super simple to make. Today we're using plantain. The more unripe, the better. They're a cousin of the banana, but they're not quite like a banana. They're very starchy, and the more ripe they get, the more they taste like banana. So if you see some that are yellow with black spots on them, those are good for other recipes, not here. For this recipe, you're looking for a plantain that's really hard, super green, and not ripe at all. They're kind of a little tough to peel, but I'm gonna show you how we're gonna do it. So that's our main ingredient, is plantain. We've got some eggs, a little bit of coconut oil, and a few other things. Let's make some plantain waffles. So one of the ways that you can peel a plantain is just using a knife, sort of peel the skin like you would any other vegetable. But sometimes you get lucky and you get a plantain that you're able to peel. You're gonna cut off the ends of your plantain and you're gonna score along the ridges here. That's the sticker. You're gonna score along the ridges on the plantain so that you have an easier time peeling. So we're gonna score along the ends of our plantain here. And then not with your nail, because you're gonna hurt your finger, but with the side of your finger, you're gonna try and get under. Not getting lucky so far. There you go. You're gonna try and get under and use the flat part of your finger, I don't know if you guys can see this, to peel an entire chunk of the skin off the plantain. So we're just gonna keep peeling. And then you can use your knife just to take off any extra little pieces of skin you have. And then you're just gonna cut it into chunks into your blender or food processor. And sometimes if it's not cooperating, you just use your knife and you slide it along the skin. So for every plantain you're going to use in this recipe, you're going to have 2 eggs per plantain. I mean, of course, it depends if you have tiny little plantains or huge plantains, but generally speaking, for plantains this size, roughly, it's 1 plantain to 2 eggs. So I use 2 plantains. I'm going to be using 4 eggs. And just based on a previous experience, you might want to start by cracking each egg into a little bowl, because sometimes you get a little piece of eggshell and it's really hard to fish them out of the blender once they're in there. So it takes a few more extra seconds, but it's helpful to crack your eggs into a little bowl first, just so you can make sure that you're not going to get anything into there that you don't want. Now, I'm using a Vitamix today. You can use a food processor, or even if you're really tenacious, you can even use a immersion blender and a bowl, but make sure you've got one that's not going to peter out on you midway, because unripe plantains are really, really tough. So 4 eggs go in, and that's that. We're also going to add about a tablespoon of coconut oil. You can use other oil if you're not a fan of coconut. You can use avocado oil. You can probably even use olive oil. You probably won't taste it at the end. Now, I'm going to add a little dash of vanilla. Again, totally optional. I just like the flavor it gives. We're going to add a little pinch of salt just to balance out the flavors, and about a teaspoon of baking soda. Again, as you can see, I'm not measuring anything precisely, but it just helps to give the waffles a little bit of a lift. At this point, you guys can turn on your waffle iron so it starts preheating, and then we're going to blend this until it's a completely smooth batter. Dairy-free and gluten-free waffles are a Saturday morning staple at our house. They come together in just minutes and they go with absolutely everything. If you're feeling something sweet, you can do some jam, some maple syrup, some cream cheese. You can also have them as a savory snack or meal. You can put some cream cheese and smoked salmon. You can make a BLT out of them. They're really super versatile. And as well, if you don't even have a waffle iron, you can just pour these onto a hot pan in little circles and they make perfect pancakes. And again, the main ingredients are really just plantain and egg. So they're mainly allergen free and they're full of resistant starch, which is what's found in these green plantains, which is great for feeding your gut bacteria. So they're super healthy option for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Now, I'm gonna pour some batter into the waffle iron and we're gonna make our waffles. Look at these waffles, you guys. Look how crispy they are on the outside and how fluffy they are on the inside. Plantain waffles. They're super easy to make and they're so freaking good. And they're made with these, nope. Look at that. Они не готовы. No, они не готовы. They're mush inside. Smoked salmon on them instead of bread, and it's excellent. Nope, I don't like that. I should have said it's so freaking good.